Hi, beautiful loves. I'm going to be recording our weekly card reading, and I'm going to doing it outside in kind of a new way this week. But I set the intentions for whoever's watching to receive the messages that's for your highest and best good. And today I use the Moonology Messages Oracle. And I'm outside in this beautiful space. It's just so beautiful. So I already pulled the cards. So for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the messages that I received are embrace uncertainty. I feel like we're walking through this pathway. You see how there's like a split with the left, the right. This is like our masculine, our feminine, but this is also like the higher aspects of us and the lower aspects of us. And it's like walking through, bridging the gap and bringing in that balance. You know, what action steps are you being called to take? Are you being called to rest? Are you being called to journal? Are you being called to release emotions, being honest with yourself? And as you do that, it's like letting go of the clutch, the control, and embracing uncertainty. You know, there might be certain situations unfolding, and sometimes we feel like we don't have control, but the best thing that we can do is honor our body, honor our emotions, honor ourself as we allow our higher self and our guides to usher us forward into the unknown. And as we do, you see that beautiful light you see that sun. And like, I felt like there's something was coming up and I was about to get triggered. And I do feel like that's a message, is like, there might be triggers along the way. You might be walking through and there's triggers, there's certain emotions, there's anger. But as you're doing that, we're illuminating, and that beautiful sun is bringing light within the shadows, the emotions, the frustration. And as we do that, you see the moon on top of the sun. It's like illuminating. So therefore we can bring in that higher light into the shadows and walk forward into our highest path. And I love this card because it kind of goes with embracing uncertainty. It's like the dark side of the moon, mystery. Like, what are you being called to birth, to create? You know, looking up into the stars, looking up into the sky, really getting those downloads to bring in that beautiful information. You know, you see the periods, you think of ancient wisdom, ancient knowledge, and it's like you're looking up to the sky and allowing all of these beautiful downloads to come into your existence, come into your reality, while you're embracing uncertainty and making space. And as you're making space, you're cleansing. You know, you're pulling the sage out, you're clearing your environment, you're clearing your emotions, you're clearing stagnant energy. And as you're doing this, it's like illuminating. Being outside can really help to ground you in times when you're transforming. And so I think like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday is going to be a good time for cleansing and clearing your field, being outside, and also just being open to the downloads and to the information that's coming through without expectation. And so when we go into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that's when abundance comes in. That's when you're radiating out. That's when all of the energies that you cleanse, you see the moon at the top. It's like all the illuminations that you've done. It's like coming in threefold. I'm seeing the three beautiful suns here. And that's like bringing in abundance, fulfillment, joy, relief. You know, in the middle of the week, you're going to start feeling lighter because you've done that cleansing. You've embraced the uncertainty, and opportunities are coming through. Utilizing your voice, speaking. I just feel like the voice is very important here, where you feel like you might have had to been quiet in certain situations. I do feel like speaking up is going to bring in abundance and also opportunities. And then with that comes strength. With that comes knowledge. With that comes wisdom. And the more that you are allowing yourself to bring in this beautiful sun. See, I see the sun again. It's like it's strengthening your bodies, but it's also bringing in your abundance. And abundance is like joy. Abundance is in all things, relationships, and your manifestations are coming in. But I also feel like it's like to be intentional on your energy, directing it to what you want to manifest. Create those goals, create that gratitude journal. You know, being in gratitude can really help you manifest at a faster rate. And as you do this, you're going to feel better. You're going to have relief. You're going to feel like you have more energy. Your vitality is going to be brought up. And going into this weekend, we got new beginnings, and you see how it's just like radiating out all of these colors. I feel like you're going to be you're going to feel more balanced. So there might be certain things in the beginning of the week that's going to kind of test you, trigger you, pull you out of your knowing. And the weekend, you're going to feel more balanced. You're going to feel more whole. And you see the tiger, you got that strength, you got that balance. But also I feel like you're going to have more like motivation and hope going forward into the weekend. And there's also the patience card. So you set your desires, you've gotten clear on your goals, you're directing your energy. And now is the time of bringing it together, but also letting go of that expectation. As you're embracing the uncertainty and clearing the way forward, gathering up your strength, now is the time, instead of like, spinning your wheels trying to put it together, you're getting out of your own way, doing joyful things, celebrating yourself, taking a break and doing something fun this weekend, and allowing your manifestations to come in without that push or pull, but knowing that you set the energy and that it's going to come in at the perfect time. And then I asked for clarifying cards for the entire messages, and you got Enchanted. And I feel like this is just like a new doorway, a new portal. And I also seeing like on each side, it's like just bringing that balance of that masculine and feminine, the illumination of the shadows within. And as you're doing that, you're bringing in that wisdom, that jewels. So therefore, you're utilizing all aspects within your being. And then you're manifesting through your higher self and all of your energy instead of just unbalanced. You're actually bringing all of your energy forward. And as you're doing this, like moon dance celebration, put some music on, go dancing. I feel like I'm going to go dancing this weekend. It's like really illuminate and bring in that joy. Allow yourself to just let go and allow yourself to surrender. And as you're doing that, you're feeling the joy, the love, the support all around you. And I just still feel like being outside, like I'm just tapping into the outside. And when I'm outside, I'm so happy. Like, what lights you up? Calling that friend, or go dancing, do something that really illuminates and that lights you up. I do feel like some people watching are like, I don't have the time, I'm so busy. Well, it's like, it's time to make the time. It's time to schedule out some time for yourself on your calendar. It's time to make time for you, that joy, that love. Because when you do, that's when, you're not sitting around spinning your wheels because you're impatient. You're having fun. And the more that you allow yourself to surrender, the more it comes in. And then when these triggers or shadows or things come up, you're able to meet them with love, because you're creating space and time for all of your aspects. So that is the message that I have for you this week, and I hope you guys all have a blessed and beautiful one. I also am starting to offer yoga in-person sessions, and I also offer remote and in-person sessions for card healings, card readings, channels, and also Reiki and channeled healings. So if you feel called to work with me, I would love to work with you. You can comment below or reach out to me directly, and I hope you guys have a beautiful and blessed week.